Okay, here's what we're going to do. Everybody wants to talk about the Cowboys. It's got to be somebody's fault, right? Well, yes. But there's a lot of things that can go wrong when you lose a playoff game. First of all, you're in the playoffs, so don't be so upset, okay? You played a good football team. But, it's a big but, okay? As we go through these 10 or 12 plays, it's just going to tell the story of the game. For you Cowboy fans out there, you're going to get to see, and I'll let you judge for yourself, what you think the issue is. I'll give you my input, and all it is my opinion, all right? Based on the fact that I've played in a system similar to this. I know a little bit about what's going on in the field, but I want you guys to decide. I don't want to be one of these guys that gets out here and just be like, it's all Dak's fault. Now, he is numb to the pick, okay? That man is a little numb to the pick, and we got to fix that, okay? But there's some other things going on here too. So let's get into this, and let's actually see, okay? What does Mike McCarthy need to do? What does Kellen Moore need to do? Does Jerry Jones need to do anything? Does he need to trade for Sean Payton? Does he need to ship Dak out of town? All of these things. That's what I hear every day, okay? But let's just see. Let's just see what happens, okay? Remember, you're playing the 49ers. We all love Brock Purdy, okay? We saw what Brock Purdy can do. I found myself watching some Brock Purdy film as I was breaking this down. I'm going to try not to do that today. All right, first play of the game, okay? Dak's first shot. All right, what do we got? Let me show you. CeeDee Lamb is going to run a nice little outbreak here. You got single high safety, so you expect this to either be man coverage, okay, or you expect him to play cover 3, which they play a lot of cover 3, okay? In which case, you should have a pretty decent play at this out as long as I can get someone in this flat area to pull this backer, okay? But the problem that I have with this, right off the jump, is off of action, there's no one working there, okay? Now it is, okay? It's tight man-to-man coverage on the outside. You could say it's cover 3. You could say, oh, well, how are they playing on here? The linebackers are playing a zone-ish type technique, but then Greenlaw jumps the tight end. So maybe you have a free guy, maybe you have 2 free guys. The cool part about D'Amico Ryans and his defensive structure is you really don't know a lot of times. Like, these 2 guys are free. He's jumping the crosser. He's manned up, but they do a combination of a lot of things. So you have to be on it from a read standpoint. You have to do things that are simple for your quarterback. And you'll see that as we go through this, there are some simple things that they do for Dak, which makes the reads clean, and he's able to be effective. But there are other times when it's not so clean, and that's when you got to play at an elite level. And this is the Dallas Cowboys, okay? Jerry Jones wants to win a Super Bowl. He doesn't want to just go to these games and get knocked. And they got knocked by the same team they got knocked by last year, all right? Now, it was a little bit different. They were a little more physical this year, which helped. But look at this route, okay? Watch CD, comes out of it. First of all, if you're going to throw this, let's watch Dak. 5 steps from under center is 3 steps from the gun. This route has to be thrown from the gun, 3 steps and a hitch. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, hitch, ball out. Ball out. Ball's not out. It's not gone, okay? It has to be gone. It's not. He bounces around, he moves to the left, he still throws it. All right, so you can get away with this a lot of times, but not against San Francisco. Not in these games. There has to be an element of precision, an element of timing. What I would have liked to seen Dak do, okay, is, all right, I hit 3 hitch, I got pressure in my face, I can't get there. All right, what's my read progression? My read progression, which I'm going to just throw out there, this is how I would read it. This is how I was taught to read this type of play. All right, you peek the go route. Can you take a shot at it? You didn't like it? That's fine. Peek CD, number 2. All right, crosser, dig, back on the check down. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's just watch it progress. Dak knows that's the progression. All right, you come up. I can't throw it. Hitch, guy in my face. Reset up in the pocket. It's a decent pocket. It's not bad. Okay, I've seen worse. Trust me, I've seen worse. Okay, Google that, Bo, my nephew. If Dave has seen worse pockets. All right, step up. Tight end's not there, but you got the inbreaker, I think. I think you have it. I think you have it. You can have a positive play, but no, what you did is you put some chum in the water. You know what that is? Chum in the water is an early sack, a ball thrown to a defensive back where they almost had a pick, not making the appropriate read. That puts chum in the water. And now you got these San Francisco 49er defenders ready, man. They're like sharks. And so what do? Okay? You get back on track. You run a nice, simple concept. The problem that I have, and this isn't a bad thing, okay? They're going to run this here. They're going to run this here. They're going to run a deep stop route here. All right? This is fine. But you see this so often. See these vertical lines? almost every route the Cowboys run is off this vertical stem, okay? I saw in this game one time off of play action and one time off of drop back where guys crossed the field, right? In the drop back pass game. You just saw the one that he threw previous to this play, all right? Didn't work out great for him. But that's what I get concerned about. But look at the coverage. Like, yeah, you could take the back here, but it's a great job. Look at, I can't see the number 1 right here. The defender driving on the tight end. So you got a nice throw to the outside. This is what Dak can do very well, all right? This is what he's great at. You give me a one-on-one, right? You see how Cooper Rush played when he was in this offense? They ran the football, they create one-on-ones, they throw it outside. That's what they're doing right here. Create one-on-one, throw it down here, easy. That's not an easy throw. That's an easy throw for Dak, okay? Next play, all right? Good. We got some positive plays going, okay? It's a battle, man. This is a close game. This is the kind of simple stuff I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff right here, these RPOs that I don't see enough of with the Cowboys, all right? So you got inside zone run here. O-line's block and run. The Philadelphia Eagles run this play a lot. They're going to get a chance to run this against the San Francisco 49ers, okay? And they're going to see it on film, and they're going to run it. So be ready for it, okay? It's going to be tight end in the flat. Jalen Hurts is going to fake, right? He's going to push the edge. If he keeps it, which this defense fin crashes, so I'm going to keep it, and then they spot up this receiver. They're going to run it at least 3 times this weekend, okay? Let's watch Dak run it. Look, he keeps it. Pollard gets blown up, but it's okay. I'm pulling it, all right? I go to throw the flat. Here's the only problem. I don't know why he's going to throw the flat right here. Attack the edge, right? He should be attacking the edge now, putting pressure on these guys. He's looking to throw this route. That's dangerous, man. All right, so he doesn't throw it, which is good. He waits. He kind of runs later, right? And this is where I first started to see a little bit more indecision, okay, on a simple play. All right, so he starts to run. He does find a completion, which is great. You get the completion, you get a positive play, you move up the field, okay? So now we go to the end zone so you can get a better picture of what I'm talking about. Look at that defensive end is crashing hard. So he's not giving it to Tony Pollard. Pollard's going to get lit up. But you see the indecision? See where Dak isn't, he's not attacking, right? Attack the line. Now he attacks the line. It's just late. He's looking to throw the flat route. Like, don't throw that, buddy. And then he pushes the line and he makes a great play. That's what Dak's good at, okay? So now we're down here, okay? I don't necessarily love this read because he's looking in the wrong places. Kurt Warner talks about this a lot. We talk about this a lot together. When we watch quarterbacks, sometimes their eyes get out of whack, okay? Let me show you what we have going on here. We got inside leverage here. We got a corner here. We got a safety in position to double. You essentially have 2 receivers here, okay? In the offensive football world, unless you're doing something to bring another body over here or attack this edge or sprint right and kind of take him out of it, you're not throwing the ball over here. You just can't. They're too good, and you don't have enough guys, okay? But Dak's looking to the right. He's looking right here, and this route is a killer, man. You're running a glance in, whatever you want to call it, post, short post, right at the safety, right at an all-pro safety. You got a flat route, which you don't know if this guy's going to roll up. Like, you don't know what that corner's going to do. But he's looking over here, right? You should be looking over here. This is where you have numbers, okay? You got essentially right here, you got 2 short working routes, 2-on-2. This guy's out of it, okay, because you're working underneath. So he comes back over here late, and he never sees the outside defender, right? He never sees this outside defender. He's trying to work CD, right? And he comes over here late, and he just throws it blind, and he throws a pick. He ends up getting tipped, goes to Fred Warner, all right? Not a good play, all right? Not a good play. So as we let it play out, watch his eyes. See that? He starts going to the left. I know this is like into the weeds, man, but you have to be on it. You can't look right. There's no reason for you to go over there, okay? You can't look over here. It's a dead play, dead. These guys are too good. This pass rush is too good. The ball has to be over here and out, either to the tight end. Now look at that. That's a nice jerk route. I see what he's doing. He's trying to work CD. I see it, right? It's just late. It's just late. Not good, okay? This is a little concerning as well, okay? This isn't great. Like, these aren't great concepts. That's the other thing. Remember I told you all the vertical stems? I mean, look at this. This is straight up the field hook, straight up the field hook, straight up the field, straight up the field. He never even runs a route here, right? And then Zeke is the only guy who can actually get the ball on this last ditch effort to get some yards on third down. This is 3rd and 5, and the problem I have with the Cowboys a lot of times is all these guys are at the sticks. How easy is that to cover? You know, you already saw Fred Warner get a pick off of one. You're going to see something later where these guys are just sitting there. I mean, this is on the Cowboys coaching staff. This isn't necessarily on Dak. There's no answers here. This go route's getting run off. He's out of there. Maybe you can say if he looks over here, he might be able to throw that, but he's going to jump it, right? All these routes are right at the sticks. And if I know this watching the Cowboys, you know DeMeco Ryans and Fred Warner and these defenders, they know this, right? But there's just nowhere to throw the football. It's not a good look, okay? I have a YouTube notification right there at the top. That's sick. Hope you guys can click on that later. YouTube's pretty dope. All right, check this out. This is sweet. This is a good job by San Francisco. It's not a great job by the Cowboys. And these are the details. If you want to win the Super Bowl, okay, you have to be a master at protections, at protecting yourself, not allowing free runners, identifying coverage. Here's a cool little defensive structure, okay? This is actually going to be a version of cover 2, all right? See Fonga right here? He's going to be out here over the numbers. He's rolling up playing cover 2. He's playing hook curl, okay? They're actually going to bring this pressure here, and they're dropping Fred Warner down the middle, and then he's going to play hook curl. So he has the deep middle. It's really good design. The problem is that Dak doesn't see it, so he doesn't ID the correct guy. He's letting Fred and these guys over here on the left dictate where he sends the protection. Fred's not necessarily the rushing guy. He likes to cover. They want to put him in coverage areas, okay? This is like, I don't want to take a shot at Kyler Murray, but this is something that Kyler Murray might miss, okay? While he's playing Call of Duty. Not Dak. You got a chance to go to the NFC Championship game. You got to see this, man, especially with the safety here. He could easily drop down and rush and play that man-to-man. They could play you man-to-man here. I understand, there could be a pressure coming, but you got to know the personnel. Fred wants to drop, right? He wants to drop, okay? So let's watch it play out. So they don't have it protected. They send the protection left. Look at the left guard, okay? He's blocking nobody, all right? Because he was sitting hoping Fred would come. He didn't. And you can't tell those guys to just adjust on the fly. You got to set their protection as the quarterback in the center. So they miss it, okay? Now you got a free guy running at you, and they're playing cover 2. That's not good, man. You got Fred Warner running down the middle, but you got to see it also. You have to expect these type of coverages, and you got to see this, right? You got to see this rotation, right? See this rotation, and know you have, yes, this is my guy. This is CD, right? Boom, right down the middle, all right? Now, could he make a better throw here? Absolutely. He could make a better throw here, 100%. He could lay it out there. It's not a great throw. The thing that I want to bring your attention to as we go through this, okay, is watch this route, okay? That's interesting to me because you're taught on these double seams, which the Cowboys run a lot. You're taught to throw opposite the middle linebacker. The problem is he has this free rusher in his face, so he loses his sense of things, right? So now he's in panic mode. He's going to throw it to his guy because if he is on it and he protects, right, and they send the O-line this way and Fred opens this way, man, you're going to have that seam right there for a touchdown. Big play, okay, big play. So there's a lot of things wrong right here, and it's not just the throw that he misses, right? That's easy to point at. It's so much deeper than that, and there's so many different things going on that need to be corrected for the Cowboys. Tough. It's tough, okay? All right, now this is a simple little run play that drives me nuts because I'm from the world. When I went to New York, they loved running the ball from I formation. Now they got a big heavy in here. They got an offensive lineman playing right there at fullback, and they ran this play a couple times. They'll run this weak side zone, and they'll bring the offensive line fullback to that side to try and create numbers. Well, they did it once. They got like 6 or 7 yards. I saw them line up in like this again. I'm like, they're running the same play. So if I know it, DeMeco Ryans and Fred Warner and these guys, my all-pro safety who learned from Troy Polamalu, who lined up in that same spot to do the same blitz, knows it. Now, Dak, you got to see that, man. Sideline, they got to see it. They got to find a way. You can't run weak side zone, right? You're outnumbered. I don't care how you draw it up. Boom. We're going to double team here, up, Maybe I'll send him back for here. There's no one on. There's no one on the safety. The crazy part for me is that they run the play. They run it. They even checked. I don't have it on the clip right here, but before this happens, there's communication between the center and Dak. And they decide to run this play because so I see how they're trying to block it. They're trying to double with the center and this fullback player, and they're trying to work here, double team, right? Maybe they're supposed to come out here, but now you have no one on Greenlaw because someone's got to go to Fred Warner. Bad design. Bad design, bad for snapping it. You can't snap the ball. If you're on the sideline, you got to call a timeout. If you're the quarterback, you got to call a timeout. You got to have the ability to audible the other way. Dak knew there was trouble. Look at this. He doesn't hand it off because he knew out of the corner of his eye, he sees the safety just barreling in there. I mean, I've been in that situation before with Troy Polamalu, his buddy. That's not good, man. So that's a negative play. It goes down as like from the broadcast, they just say, oh, I wonder if they must have had a miscommunication. No, that was screwed up from the beginning. Yeah, you just can't run that. All right, here's another scenario. Like I said, this isn't all on Dak, right? But a lot of it can be attributed to him, but there's more to blame. There's more to push around. Okay, where's he supposed to throw the ball here? Anybody? Look at this. Doubled, tripled. Fred Warner, possibly rip it in there. Possibly. Sitting flat-footed, deep. I'm helping in the middle. You know, when you got pressure like this, it's hard because I've been in that situation. You got 4 good rushers. So you end up leaving these 2 guys in here to protect, so you have a 7-man protection, so you can pick it up, right? So you can throw down the field. The problem is if you have to pick it up with these guys, you're running these vertical sit routes again. And I don't care who you are, man. Look at, anyone want to guess where the sticks are? Right there. Where is everybody? Sticks. I mean, help your quarterback out, man. You got no answers. He could dump it to Zeke. Maybe you could say that. He's trying to make a play. Not good football. Not winning football. You're not going to beat the 49ers. Cowboy fans, I hate to break it to you. If nothing changes, you will never beat the 49ers with this group. I don't care how talented you are. I don't care how talented your roster is. I don't care how talented your quarterback is. I don't care what your owner says about him, all the confidence that he has in his head coach. I'm just telling you, as you watch this, you don't have a chance to beat the 49ers. You can say, oh, we lost by 7. It wasn't even close. If they score a couple more touchdowns, they make a couple more plays, let Brock Purdy play more than 5 games in his career, it's not happening. You're gonna come back here again in San Francisco, and you're gonna get beat the same way. Things have to change. You got to change. Look at this. Here we go. Sitting on routes, all verticals, vertical sit. These guys aren't worried about you running by them. Okay, that's a drop pick 6 by Greenlaw. It's a great break. Ball's late. Ball's got to be foot in the back, right? Put your back foot in the ground. Ball out. It's late. Okay? Not really sure what he didn't like about CD. That's fine. This guy could jump it. I get that. Like, I've been there. I know, right? So try and take the easy one. Okay? But, man, you've given them no reason to back up, you know? There's no reason that this team should be backing up right now. Great break. As a Cowboy fan, I want to say, is this over yet? Okay? No, because this is the most bonkers play I've ever seen. Until I saw the play after this. Okay? What happened? This is a moment of levity now, okay? Hopefully it's been a little while. You guys can laugh. Armstead could have ended Dak Prescott's career right here. I don't know. All I can think is that Armstead wasn't trying to get a penalty, which I get it. It's smart. But Dak, bruh, love you, man. But why didn't you throw the ball? That was crazy. That was weird. I think at that point, look, he's not going to the NFC Championship. They just lost to the same team they lost to last year. There's things going on. And then they did this. They said, you know what, dude? We got one more thing for you, Cowboy fans. Before we let you leave, okay, we're going to put Zekes Center. I know you were terrified that Dak almost got his face broke by Armstead, but we got one more trick up our sleeves. Are we going to take all the offensive linemen out? No. We're going to leave the offensive linemen in. We're going to put Zeke at center. We're going to have the announcers say really loud that he's ineligible, and they won't think that he's involved in the play. Look, guys, you can put Zeke anywhere, and he can catch a pitch. because you can't throw it to him from here. So why is he snapping the ball? Here's a lineman. Here's a lineman. Here's a lineman. Here's a lineman. There's 4 linemen out there. They're just doing nothing, just hanging out. Meanwhile, my man Zeke, first of all, San Francisco called a timeout when they saw this formation. Then you could see Zeke through his visor. He's just standing there thinking, they're on to me, bro. It's like that video that you see on social media where they're like, nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. They're going to know. They're going to know. And they do. And bro, Zeke just gets destroyed. And this is like, I hope this isn't the last play that Zeke is in for as a Dallas Cowboy. It could be. He battled, man. He went in, but Pollard got hurt and he did what he could. But time waits for no man. And Greenlaw waits for no man to snap the ball. And then he gets his guy blown up. Man, it's just rough to watch. I understand, like, okay, in theory, they're trying to get as many skill guys on the field as they can to start pitching the ball around. I've been in a play like that. I understand what they're trying to do, but let's just watch it from this way. This end zone view. This is great. Zeke. Oh, buddy. That's not your fault, man. That's not your fault. Look at Dak wants the ball. Pitch it to me. I could do it. I believe you, man. That would have been fun to watch, but it never worked out. There's a lineman. He could have snapped. Can you snap? He could snap. Cowboy fans, you got to fix this. I'm not sure what you're going to do. Jerry's tweeting things out. At least the Cowboys are. It's going to be interesting. There's a certain coach out there that Jerry has been in love with for a long time. Sean Payton, I know you're listening. And you might go back to Fox, but he's definitely going to give it a shot, my personal opinion. Mike McCarthy just he's got to catch up. He's got to catch up. Too many vertical routes, not enough cross the field. You could see when they would sprinkle in some new stuff, like some of the stuff the Phillies run, some of the reads that are simple off the run game. Like Dak had success, but there's just not enough. 30% of your offense, I believe, should just be a gimme. You watch Kyle Shanahan, these guys, 40% of it's a gimme for Brock Purdy. Brock's playing great, but you got to have that in your offense. It can't be all reliant on number 4 making all the plays. So it remains to be seen what happens. I definitely will be paying attention. See you guys next time.